Okay, welcome back to Suit Up. Today I'm going to talk about something I think that is pretty interesting concerning the Super Bowl. We all know that the Super Bowl is going to be happening tomorrow night in just a few hours or so, or whatever. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the Kansas City Chiefs and Bob Jones. Bob Jones. Now, um, concerning Bob Jones, there was a prophecy that was given about Bob or about Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to read here. Here's some information about Bob Jones first. It says the prophecy about Bob Jones and the Kansas City Chiefs is as well-known story in certain Christian prophetic circles. Bob Jones, a prophetic minister, um, reportedly shared a word from God decades ago about the Kansas City Chiefs and a coming revival to America. Now, I think that's really important because um, the Kansas City Chiefs have won two times in a row, and it has never been done where any team in history has won three times in a row. So this will be history. There has been a team, I think it was the Miami Dolphins, I think, that went to the Super Bowl three times in a row with Dan Marino. I think something like that, but he never won. So, but this will be history. So, prophecy about Bob Jones. So Bob Jones is is said to have prophesied that when the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl, it would be a sign that a great revival was about to break out in America. Now, he believed this would signal a time when apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, teachers will begin to rise up in a greater unity to lead a spiritual awakening. Now, revival is something that happens within Christians, which they're waking up, so to speak. They wake up and they get back to their roots, back to the place when they first found the Lord. Awakening is when those Christians have been woken up, revived. They can go out, they teach others, and then the whole world or their sphere of the circle of their people that are they're influencing it, everywhere in the marketplace. You know, your WalMarts, your gas stations, your banks. People are receiving um, miracles and healings from God. They're awakening. There's a big difference between the awakening and revival. So there's a fulfillment back in 2020. Many people connected this prophecy to the Kansas City Chiefs victory in Super Bowl, back in that Super Bowl on February the 2nd, 2020. Their first win in 50 years. It was the first win in 50 years for the Kansas City Chiefs in 2020. This event happened just before COVID-19 was a pandemic, and some saw it as a spiritual sign through opinions on the exact fulfillment, though opinions on the exact fulfillment of the prophecy varied. So um, that was, a lot of people didn't really know about that and how that really worked out. But it says the legacy of Bob Jones. Bob Jones was well known for his prophetic. He was a prophetic figure in a charismatic movement, particularly linked to Kansas City prophets in 1980s. He passed away in 2014, but many continue to reference his prophecy, including this one about the Chiefs. Now, there was a rise in uh, different things happening. Um, I do believe that there was revivals happening in certain places. Um, there was one specifically like at that college years ago. I can't remember exactly that college. Um, and there was a revival there that went on. And but I believe there's a lot of people that they don't understand um, that when God has favor for somebody, it's more than just um, just what people might think is something that is unfair. Favor that God may have on people, it transcends the things that we think about. Uh, Such as there are different men in the Bible, Abraham and Isaac and Jacob had favor upon themselves. The children of Israel had favor upon themselves. King David had favor on himself. Even though he did things that was not right, he had favor in his life. There's a lot of people that I know personally, including a lot of my students. Um, they don't like Kansas City Chiefs. And I like to express that it doesn't matter whether you like somebody or not. It has nothing to do with these types of things. So, what it has something to do with favor, you might not like somebody, but God's call and favor in their lives may transcend that. Okay. So, you know, don't be quick to get on somebody and say, I don't like them. I don't like that. And they seem to always be winning, like the Golden State Warriors years ago, how they kept on winning. God's favor was on their life. We can look at the underdog and we say, the underdog, man, I want that team to win. That's great. But it's bigger than this. It's bigger than a sport. It's bigger than um, the things we might think is important. God could use sports vineyards and avenues and teams and things like that. He could use that as a platform for his glory. He could use certain people. There are certain people that are on our Kansas City Chiefs, like Mahomes, who gives God the glory, who gives God the blessings and thanks. He points up uh, the field goal kicker who won the game for them against the Bills pointed up once he kicked that field goal that sent them to the Super Bowl. So I'm saying to you that there's a good chance that they might win the Super Bowl. And if they do, Bob Jones was right about what he said, about what he prophesied. So I'll be the first to say, if not, there may be some others out there that might be saying this, but none of my knowledge about Bob Jones speaking this out. So um, could it be a sign that they could win and it could start an awakening, a revival in our nation? Lord knows we need it. We have a new president, President Donald Trump, who has been um, already uh, cleaning the house and within the government, just really taking over and doing a lot of things, saying a lot of things. So I believe God has given our country favor, and I believe that there's more to come. Amen. So if you can like and subscribe, appreciate it. Leave a like and a comment in the description, and I'll see you on the next Suit Up. And remember, suit up.